Okay, we're back with another brand video. Now this, I was going to say this week, it feels like a week. We've been here a couple of days in the Defiwind and we've been testing boards, me and Mr. Alfie Hart, and we've come to the conclusion that comfort wins the race sometimes. And on that theme, we've been speaking to this man, Mr. Patrice Belbeoch. How are we doing, mate?
Doing well, doing well.
Wave world champion in
96, that's a while ago.
Yeah, 96. Now, we've been talking about boards, and I was asking you, in your range, what are you recommending to the normal guy doing the Defi?
For the Defi, it really depends a little bit on your skill.
Yeah.
If the wind is like cranking like we have today,
It's been cranking.
and the last few days, sometimes it's a lot easier to go on a board that is super comfortable.
Yeah.
Because the comfort you will gain will provide you a better result and better performance.
Yeah.
If you want to have a board that is feel very crispy under the feet, sometimes you just not moving.
Yeah.
So that's why that's a bit the philosophy Exocet had all over those years, putting shock absorber under the heel, and by doing so you generate more comfort and you are selling way more on both legs rather than on one leg.
Let's just have a look at a proper example, because I know I've just been in and having a look, but you've got it's pretty much your famous board, I would say. Is it your biggest seller? Because I see it a lot, the cross.
Well, over the years we always kept the cross, kept changing, tuning a little bit. This new version has a really round rail, like this. You can also go in the wave very easily.
Okay.
It's going to be very smooth in rough water like we can have here. People have the choice also to put in trifling. A lot of people in Locat, for example, they use that board in trifling to make the board a bit slowing down,
Yeah.
and selling more flat rather than on the fin. And of course we have this part here, which is a shock absorber that are inside the board.
Okay.
So you can see it's we create a curve like this, and that's like it's the same material that we use on sport shoes.
Okay.
So the heel will go always place here, but this is really helping not having the vibration on your hips, the bone.
Dunkerbeck
spine.
needed some of those.
Yeah, and me, I did use this, and I'm still pretty fine.
Yeah.
Although
But it makes a massive difference.
that's
I mean,
huge difference.
Don't underestimate the difference that feels underfoot.
Well, you can. I've been trying this board without the shock absorber, and with the shock absorber, it's pretty much you gain 1 hour of sailing easy.
Wow.
At least, and in the evening you are fine.
Yeah. Okay.
You take away shock absorber, it's mission impossible. The legs, especially the hips, everything's hurting.
I mean, I'm thinking of hips when you keep saying about Dunkerbeck. Obviously, you had a replacement, and I'm just thinking about him in the past, and you as well. Those old slalom boards, there was literally no cushioning in the early stuff.
I always had them.
Oh, you always
in the
had
World
them?
Cup on slalom boards.
That's why you're walking like a 20-year-old.
I'm fine. I'm totally fine. So I always use that, and I tell people when I try this, try to go mountain bike with no shock absorber.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same feeling. So of course it's taking away a little bit of
direct feel.
Yes, a bit of a direct feel. But when you are in rough water, you don't want direct feel all the time. You want to calm down a little bit.
Tell me about it. Like I said, we've been doing a bit of a test this week, and you realise that the slalom board is faster. But, and there is a big but, if you can't push it, it starts to hit every bit of chop because you can't push. As soon as you don't push, you go slower, and then you hit every chop. If you've got it's hard going.
You can see it when I went on the race yesterday. You see some people at the start, they go full on.
Yeah.
And then they get scared after 500 meters, they start to slow down.
Yeah.
And when they slow down with slalom board, they always go upwind.
Yeah, that's me. You should be watching me.
And that's what the slalom board does. You slalom board, you go or you don't go. And then it's physical.
It's my legs are absolutely
So
broken.
this kind of board has an almost identical rocker line to a slalom board.
Okay.
But what it does, you tame the board with making the rail very smooth. You put double foot strap, little bit more outside, and still you have the deck kind of fine.
Yeah.
And your heel is not so far outside. When you are very far outside, you have to go too.
Yeah.
You know, you have to go.
It is.
And here you can still sail very good, standing straight up,
Yeah.
and just opening the sail from the back. You cannot do this on a stand-up board.
No.
Otherwise, you go upwind again.
Yeah, it's
That's,
very true. And also cambered sails. You know, it's hard to. We've been sailing a lot with no cams this week, and you can actually sheet out, which you can't do really on the cambered sail very easily.
The cambered sails, if you don't go, it takes the sail on your face.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that's
you got to
very
go.
simple. Yeah.
You got to pull in.
So, or you tail kick, and then then the stories start to get very complicated, you know. So,
Yes.
so this kind of board, almost like a rocker line, and so it means you don't have to push. The board will glide, you know. It will just go by itself.
And bottom shape, is there any V or anything like this in the bottom?
It's a concave
Okay.
till 1/3 of the section, going into double concave and a tiny V.
Okay, trying to
Tiny V through the tail. I don't like a lot of V on the tail. For one reason, is because it started to create some, I would say, some too much curve,
Yeah, okay.
and the board will slow down, or it would be hard to
Sit.
to sit comfortable. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, that's really a style
Well,
of
you've
board.
been out there in the Defi this week.
The one?
You've been out there, but what were you on?
I did the first race on the Windsurfer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's been on the old school Windsurfer, but we might have a little sneak peek of that tomorrow. We haven't decided yet, but maybe yours truly is going to go and have his first ever go on a windsurfer. We'll see.
So no, it was a good fun. It was a good fun. There is nothing to prove with a windsurfer. What we wanted to show the people is that it's not only a board that goes in light wind.
Yeah.
It proves to go in really strong wind. Like it was like 40-45 knots
How
yesterday.
fast can you go on it?
Christophe Praguenot, that is sailing over there, is like averaging 500 meters on 27 knots yesterday.
Crazy, isn't it?
It's not bad, huh?
That's crazy. Because I can't remember who we were speaking to earlier. My brain's gone. Who's the lead in at the moment?
Luca.
Yes, Luca. Exactly. He was telling me some crazy speeds.
Yeah.
I was like, what? And I saw the video comments earlier. They were like, oh, bullshit, this guy. It's true, isn't it? Just for those guys who commented on that video.
And when you look at the board going along the beach, you don't feel like it's fast because it's long.
Yeah.
But then you see another guy on the freeride board next to it.
Yeah, getting embarrassed.
He looked much quicker. But then they are sailing together.
Yeah.
You know, one board is not moving, the other one is bam, bam. So it's quick. It's a displacement board, but some people manage to go over 30 knots with that board. I think there is a guy in Australia on the speed course. He went over 34 knots. I think.
Spotty. It is insane. I really hope we can make this video tomorrow. Let's stay tuned. Have we got anything else to talk about Exocet wise? Similar in the range?
Similar in the range compared to last year. We are also bringing kind of a new concept with this inflatable board.
Okay, yeah.
And the purpose of this board is that the people will stand on the board, staying in the foot straps. The fins are very far forward.
Wow.
Very far
fin?
forward. Yeah, twin fin.
Twin fin, and you've got like the rail.
And you don't need to move when you get on the plane. You are already on the foot straps. So you have one thing less to do. And this board is so uncomplicated to windsurf. It's just amazing. It's quick. You can jibe.
And you've got a new sort of deck plated thing. I've seen that. I've seen those on Subsport. That actually looks like it's.
That's quite amazing to say. The most amazing is like when you lift when you upper the sail.
Yeah.
You put your feet in the foot, that's a natural position. So you don't have to try to launch a board, put your foot in the foot strap, find the other one. You're just there already.
And who's that aimed at?
It aims for people looking for like a free ride board, or some people having a boat, or
exactly, boat storage solution.
Or even a board like this for centers would be really good, because we have a different 15 psi or 20 psi.
Really?
Yeah, it's really stiff. And
That's a lot of pressure.
And it's surprising.
Interesting. Speeds?
It planes,
Yeah,
so if
that rail, there's an extra rail there, isn't there?
So if it planes, it goes planing is you can really easily reach 20-25 knots. It's It's an alpha board like that.
Yeah, but you don't need to go any quicker. You'd still be burning people off. I've seen the race boards out there. I mean, I know they went down last year. I'm just going to take another look at them for people who you got them around the corner. The race boards, because I would say you guys are definitely one of, if not the leaders in the race board market. Is that safe to say? Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know.
Completely. We're pretty much dominating the race board market. We didn't take out the carbon version because we're scared of some with the wind.
Yeah.
And but yeah, we also have a proposal for a much cheaper board.
Yeah.
And so that's the same construction like the Windsurfer, for example.
Yeah.
So the price is really attractive. But yes, together with a combination of Love Sales and Exocet, we pretty much, I would say maybe 80% of the market or something like that.
It's crazy. I think I said it's crazy.
So we do a lot of R&D too. You know, we never stop. Monty's really good sales designer for raceboard sales.
Yeah.
And so pretty much of a niche. You need to know what you do because it's very technical.
Yeah.
All the small details, the parts, and it's not an easy project to do.
I was a big longboarder in my day. You know, that's what I grew up doing was longboard racing, and there's so many little things that when they're not right, it's very frustrating.
Exactly. So all the pedals, you have to make sure everything's like perfectly.
Does the dagger board hit the pedal when you pull the dagger?
Dagger board doesn't hit the pedal here.
Okay.
It's because some people will add something that it can hit the pedal.
It can be annoying.
Some people don't want that, you know. So, but you can move the dagger board forward or back. Okay. You know, you have a bit of different position. Yeah, is to engage the dagger board because gaskets are very stiff.
Yeah.
And
and then obviously, you know, something that you've been, I don't know if it's a passion project, but I've seen you doing quite a lot with these sort of things. Again, it's maybe a smaller market, but the guys who've got them love them. Well, is it the Breeze? Is that
that's a Breeze. Yeah. So that's the smallest one here. Well, this board is pretty much my favorite toy when I go wave sailing because I will always be on the water. If I know that the wind is offshore or side off, even very offshore wind because the board is so long, it will catch a wave. And that's pretty much the best day you have when it's offshore. Yeah. But with short board, you can't take off. You can't take off.
Yeah.
And the board has a rail that is really thin because we have already the volume because of the length. Yeah. So we can really decrease the thickness of the rails. Yeah. And it's really amazing. And what's the best with that is that you are never tired. You float over the waves. Yeah. If the big set come, you just wait. Yeah, you know, you're floating. You go even backwards, and then you flop
like
over.
Stopping with a sail rather than a pedal.
Exactly. But it turns amazing. It really turns.
And you got the foot straps. What I hated about when I've been on the SUP is there's no front foot strap, and to bottom turn, I always need this front foot strap.
Yeah, and we have the step tail. We have the double step tail too. So. The board actually hands up here when you're on the plane.
Okay, so it's actually a lot shorter.
So it's very loose. It's super loose.
Okay. Have we missed anything?
No, I think that's fine. We have also the foil board, but I think we talked a little bit.
But it's been so windy this week. I mean, the boys have been doing crazy stuff on the foil, but for me, this week has been all about the fin.
I think foil has been the level they have is amazing. It's incredible. I was talking to Amado. He said, when averaging on the race, 34, 35 knots.
It's ridiculous.
You know, so.
And he said that speed.
He said it's not physical, but he said he's way more tired after a race like that because of the concentration and the stress needed to keep going, all the details everywhere. Yeah. So it's really to the most extreme part of not windsurf, but windfoil, and of course they go fast. But we have a board like that, of course. But yeah, that's also. But maybe a niche of the market, but it's so extreme the speed you can go. Yeah. Some people are pretty scared of that.
I am definitely. I've seen your boy out there. I saw him earlier. We give him a little interview. He's going all right.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He's quick.
He's definitely got faster because I was racing with him a couple of years ago now. This year I haven't really seen him, so he's got faster.
Yeah. He's pulling more weight now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Cheating. All right, Patrice. Thanks,
Okay,
mate.
thank you.
There we go. That is it for Exocet. I think we're going to have to do Monty Spindler. We're going to get him on the podcast, but we're going to have a quick chat with him here, see what's new in loft sales. So if you want to see that video, you better subscribe to the channel. And if we've already done it, I'll stick it up there, but I think it's coming now.